gonna shit on a classic. This is amazing. Bill Weathers, I love this jam. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us.
Hey Barbie,
Just the two.
can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
You can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
When my heart breaks.
Hang on there, party
Some things have been
pooper.
happening
We
that might
don't
be
think
related.
about dying. We are just Barbie dolls.
shower.
It's a
Falling
Barbie
off my
world.
roof.
And
And
the
my
Barbie
heels
doll.
on the
Imagination. I don't know how
ground.
the song goes. It's Margot, Robbie in Barbie. Barbie is about a woman coming out of her shell, realizing that the world is not as perfect as she thought it was. When a Barbie comes to life, she wants to break out of her dollhouse and live like a real woman. But the problem is, it's not easy to make it in the real world. What will Barbie do? Will she return to her dollhouse or live as a human being? Kendall is there beside her to try and help her make the decision.
Wow.
Barbie is one of the best movies of the
What's going on?
21st
Why are
century.
these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
If this got out, this could mean extremely weird things for our world. This would be catastrophic!
We haven't played with Barbie
Just the
since we were
two
like 5
of
years old.
us.
Oh,
Building castles in the
No one
sky.
rests
Just
till
the
this
two
doll
of us.
is back
You
in a
and
box.
I. Barbie girl, I love you so. I hope you don't blow up the world. I am here as your
Get
Kendall.
that Barbie!
Oh, Barbie girl, I hope
Tears
you
live
know
forever.
this life ain't easy, but I'm here to help you navigate the difficult stuff.
No, I won't let you
Just
do
the
just
two
one
of us.
appendectomy.
But I'm
We
a man.
can
But not a
make it
doctor.
if
Can I
we
talk to a doctor?
try.
You are
Just the
talking to a
two
doctor.
of
I need a
us.
clicky pen.
No.
You and
There he
I.
is. Doctor.
Just the
security.
two of us. We can make
Is
it
Barbie
if we
beautiful still in
try.
doubt?
Just the two of us.
Oh yeah, we're right back up on this. Today we shall be looking at the career of Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie. The 35-year-old has absolutely stolen Hollywood. What is good? She's a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. We look at the rise and rise of this Australian titan or titaness, a sensational woman, a heroine to many people. We shall also be looking at the key films like A Wolf of Wall Street, Suicide Squad, and of course Barbie, before diverging into her latest movie, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, starring her alongside Colin Farrell.
Very long time.
Margot's story began in Australia. She was born on July 2nd, 1990 in Dalby, Queensland. Margot grew up a farm girl who was often left alone by her parents, and this led to exploring acting by speaking to the farm animals. Okay, that's not crazy. She cites films like Charlotte's Web and Babe to be huge inspirations for her in acting. In fact, the film called The Secret Life of Bees, starring Dakota Fanning and Queen Latifah, is said to be a strange reimagination of Margot Robbie's upbringing. She was raised on a farmland, but her parents abandoned her. Her mom would run away from home, very often leaving Margot to be taken care of by her black relatives. This helped her form new relationships with people of different racial origins. Growing up, Margot was an athlete and used her love of sports and entertainment as a springboard to enter the film industry. She had her first major breakout role in 2008 when she starred in Neighbours, an Australian soap opera. She played Laura. Movie directors from Hollywood absolutely loved her and urged her to move to California. Come on to Hollywood. Margot did as they say, but then struggled to find her feet. She would often complain about being forced to play sexually promiscuous women. That didn't sit well with her, did it? Well, eventually it did. From the negative negativity of people calling her a woman who has pretty privilege to just owning her pretty privilege. Margot is a woman who vowed to make a difference in this sex-craved world. It's her bullish attitude that allowed her to be so good. D-HOMEZ is so devilishly addictive to watch on screen.
Very long time.
In 2013, she picked the most controversial of all movies to star in, directed by Martin Scorsese, called The Wolf of Wall Street. In it, she plays a gold-digging woman who becomes the love interest of Jordan Belfort, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Their steamy romance caught the attention of many critics who thought surely these two were dating in real life, but it wasn't to be, as both actors cited only being in love on screen. Well, heck, they could have fooled me, cause damn, okay. Wolf of Wall Street was a gamble worth taking. Its controversial over-sexualization of the stock market was repeatedly questioned by critics. What is the meaning of this? It's just a sex party. They found it nauseating and difficult to watch and stomach, but they definitely loved the performances. The film earned Leonardo DiCaprio an Oscar nomination, and an insider claims the most controversial thing, that he actually won, but then passed on the trophy to someone he thought was more deserving. Who was that? Matthew McConaughey. Alright, for his portrayal in Dallas Buyers Club. The true life story of a sick black man who struggled to find HIV and AIDS drugs due to his black appearance in America. The film's premise was very controversial but hailed by critics for the brave direction. It's also similar to Philadelphia, if you know. Believe it or not, in Dallas Buyers Club, Matthew McConaughey plays a black man who sees himself to be white. He thinks there is no difference between him and those who are white. But then when he has to fight to get treatment, that's when he starts to see the negativity around his black appearance. He then decides to get plastic surgery and put makeup on to appear white. This initially gives people a fright, but it works out for him. Him and his other male friend, played by Jared Leto, pretend to be a gay couple in an attempt to gain sympathy and love from the general public. Throughout the film, the character's actions are seen as morally repugnant, but that's because that was the only way to get attention for his condition. The character he played is now known as a crime fighter in the fight against HIV and AIDS prevention. In the early 90s, it was a very toxic time. After watching Matthew McConaughey break down again and again due to the ill treatment of him and his friends, many people were shaken. That includes Leonardo DiCaprio, who decided to forfeit his Oscar, which he won for The Wolf of Wall Street, and give it to the amazing, magnanimous performance of Matthew McConaughey.
Welcome to the Dallas Buyers Club.
You treating these people?
No, they're treating themselves.
Ronnie, we got 2 new customers.
You call me Ronnie again? I'm gonna use this to give you that sex change you've been hoping for.
Hi.
TJ, it's Rayon.
Give him a good check.
So amazing. Margot Robbie, who at the time was a rookie on set, learned a lot from Leonardo DiCaprio and his Hollywood protest. Leo is one who rejects white privilege and walks away from movies to make room for more diverse appearances by different actors of the newer generation. This approach, which was previously used by actors like Marlon Brando and Barbara Streisand, struck Margot Robbie's heart. For the film Barbie, the press believed Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie were snubbed at the Oscars. Despite the film being so famous, the two were not even nominated. I mean, it's an outrage. The truth is, Margot Robbie and her Barbie director Greta Gerwig chose to forfeit their nominations. They knew they would definitely win, but felt wrong about it. They instead preferred the Oscar of Best Actress and Best Director to be awarded to other more deserving recipients for their performances. Best Director was eventually given to Christopher Nolan for his film Oppenheimer, whilst Best Actress Oscar was given to none other than Emma Stone for her portrayal as Frankenstein's bride in Poor Things. Of course, people were outraged by the whole thing, but they understood the motive. Margot Robbie doesn't want pretty privilege to define her. She wishes to give chance to other actresses who are not as attractive as her to gain Hollywood acclaim and fame. No shade there. Margot is thus a selfless philanthropist who sees her position not as a burden but a privilege. She wants to reach out to as many actresses as possible.
Go to the real world. You can go back to your regular
In
life, or
Suicide
you can
Squad,
live the
Margot Robbie was cast as the iconic terrorist villain baddie of a lifetime, Harley Quinn. Harley is the mischievous girlfriend. She's always laughing. Girlfriend of Batman, who is also married to the Joker, hook and sinker. She plays the field and does it so well, it's like she doesn't feel any guilt. And metaphorically to show that she plays the field. Her favorite weapon is a baseball bat. In the comics, Harley was a secret agent hired by the government to befriend the Joker and find out information about everything that he is doing. A bomb is set to go off, and if Harley Quinn doesn't get the information, then the Joker, despite being in prison, will win. This is portrayed in the film Joker, Folie Deux. Featuring, Harley Quinn, this time played by Lady Gaga. So Harley Quinn goes in pretending to be the Joker's girlfriend, but then she falls in love with him and double crosses Batman. In Suicide Squad, Harley is a reformed woman looking to make amends to her ex-boyfriend Batman. She joins the Suicide Squad, and for real, like the title, it's a suicide mission. The fighting against the witchy witch. What Harley Quinn doesn't know is Batman is playing both of them. Both her and the Joker. They think they finally gained the trust of Batman. What a sucker. But not everything is as it seems. Batman wants them to get arrogant and sabotage the government machine. This way they can finally reveal to Batman what the Joker and other villains are hiding from him. Batman. Harley Quinn is a complicated human being, often pretending to be brain dead, a satanic goth type woman who wants to be repulsive and appalling to irritate men. This performance is meant to get her adoring fans off her back, like just leave me alone, I'm Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is in fact a normal civilized woman. When she puts on her mask, her Joker performance begins. Acclaimed multi-platinum selling rapper Nicki Minaj has been cited as being a hip-hop personification of Harley Quinn. In fact, Nicki also considers herself to be Barbie. So what if Barbie and Harley Quinn are one and the same thing? The truth is they are. Barbie is Harley Quinn when life is easy and good. Harley Quinn is Barbie when she has to fight evil and get psychotic. You didn't take your medicine. Such is the dark premise of the characters portrayed by Margot Robbie, while simply amazing. In Focus, Margot Robbie joins Will Smith for a second time. Guess what? Focus is also part of the Suicide Squad universe. Oh my god. In this world, Harley Quinn is a thief who steals from rich men. She's a Catwoman. Meow. Meow. Deadshot, played by Will Smith, is an undercover agent hired by Batman to help Harley Quinn choose to join the Suicide Squad. The events of Focus thus happen before the events of the Suicide Squad. Man, oh man, that is really mad. Focus was also a film that inspired Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar to write the song Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is a song about women who do very dangerous things to their boyfriends. They steal from them when they are not looking, then pretend to be victims of a break. And the idea behind it is that the person you least expect to break your heart does the crime. That was the very plot twist in the movie Focus. Focus is a cat and mouse game between thieves and the police. A heist needs to happen, or it could be the end of the world. Focus was darker than the usual Will Smith buddy cop action comedies. In this film, we start to see Will Smith as a villain. Margot Robbie and her on-screen romance with Will Smith was absolutely perfect and dashing. Had a lot of men envious. By a lot of men, I mean me, myself, and my friend. I'm just having fun. Yeah.
This is a game of focus.
A few years later, was it just 1 year or 2 years later, Margot Robbie starred in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is credited as being a stepping stone for many young actors like Mikey Madison and even Austin Butler. He starred Leonardo DiCaprio as a fallen actor and Margot Robbie as an actress who was on the rise. The film also talked about the Charles Manson killings in a sarcastic, satirical manner. According to Quentin Tarantino and this film, the events that happened in the 70s, the 60s, 80s involving mass brutal murders did not actually happen the way the news claimed. It was all fiction, and the actual events that took place was a form of virtual reality game. Okay. Now, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was an interesting character study, a slow-paced film, unlike the gruesome, ever-buzzing scripts of Quentin Tarantino. It showed Margot Robbie as somebody obsessed with herself, trying to see just how big of a star she is. In 2023, Margot Robbie released arguably her greatest movie, Barbie. Barbie is credited as being the film that saved cinema from oblivion. It was made in the middle of a mass screenwriter protest in Hollywood.
Can I come to your house tonight?
Many screenwriters cited not getting paid enough for their work, so they called it quits. I'm quitting. After a lot of negotiating, the writers chose to come back to Hollywood and write again and again. What the news didn't tell you is that it wasn't the white writers who were protesting for better conditions, but the black, Hispanic, Latino, and Asian writers who were complaining and hoping for better conditions. The racial segregation in Hollywood is still a thing to deal with. Talented black and Hispanic writers wanted equal pay for their work ethic. Failing to give them that led to a shutdown of Hollywood. Barbie and Oppenheimer are the films that opened the hearts of the Hollywood execs. The love the films got from audiences created the famous Barbenheimer effect. They were both big blockbusters. The fact that so many people of different races worked on the films gave Hollywood a taste of the bitter medicine. What medicine? The medicine of having to deal with the possibility of having no more talented ladies and gentlemen writing behind the screen. Racial diversity is a great thing, and Margot Robbie helped us see it.
Okay, do it again.
Closer I am fine. Closer I am fine.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Yes, it definitely did. In Barbie, a doll is brought to life after its owner casts a spell upon her dollhouse. Oh my god! Barbie is born, but suddenly she has a rush of emotions like she's never heard before. She wants to do everything that she couldn't do in her dollhouse. She learns about the challenges of being a woman and struggling to fit into a world that demands a woman to be perfect. When Barbie gets arrogant, she has a big fight with her adoring husband. He now wishes to separate from Barbie and build his own manly dollhouse. The fight between Ken and Barbie is complex. It's femininity versus masculinity. Ultimately, the feminine nature of Barbie overcomes Ken doll's Nazi attitude. He learns to respect her and chooses to accept her regardless of how difficult she may be. Truth is, Ken is actually a secret agent again, possessed by Clark Kent. Sorry guys, life is full of secret agents. He was trying to convince Barbie not to blow up the world. The film served as a beautiful critique of society. Can men and women learn to live in peace? Can we see eye to eye on different things? That was the premise of the whole thing. Barbie starring Margot Robbie as Barbie, Ryan Gosling as Ken doll, and America Ferrera as Barbie's original owner was a smash hit at the box office. It revived cinema and gave it a new heartbeat. Cinema, I hope to be seen with her. After a brief hiatus, Margot Robbie returned to our screens yet again. She's in the world of Batman and Superman in the film called A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. 2025, what a ride. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is a science fiction romantic comedy starring Margot Robbie and Golden Globe winning legend and star of the Batman and the Penguin, Colin Farrell. The film is described as science fiction because a lot of the events in the film only happen in the minds of the main characters. Margot Robbie plays Harley Quinn or Sarah, and Colin Farrell plays Penguin or David. As part of a plan by Batman to reform villains, Harley Quinn and the Penguin are tested again and again to see if they can transcend from a life of crime to that of normalcy, boring human beings who can build society. Like, how am I gonna do that? The two lovebirds go on an adventure for a lifetime. A car trip in the middle of nowhere sends them to different dimensions. Harley Quinn is forced to come face to face with her younger self. She meets her mother, a woman who ran away from her at a young age. Turns out not having her mother became a source of rage for Harley Quinn. She became a life. She began a life of crime after realizing that no one would provide for her the way she wanted to be provided for. Harley Quinn is also found to be a runaway lover. She dreads commitment and wants to play the field with every love interest that she manages to conquer. When Penguin meets her, she warns him that she is promiscuous and will only break his heart. Aww. The lovely Penguin doesn't mind that. He just wishes to be loved again. Well, you're gonna mind later. Although he reveals Penguin's tortured upbringing, turns out he was raised like a subhuman. His mother smoked and drunk, was pregnant with him, leading him to be born with a deformed appearance. In Batman, Penguin is portrayed as a little man, but that changes in other films. That's because Penguin has the ability to shapeshift his appearance. He's able to appear smaller and shorter than he actually is. This is done to elude his enemy Batman. After being captured and severely tortured, Penguin is forced to reveal his true appearance. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I look like. When he walks through a doorway, he faces persecution from a different dimension. He meets his younger self and suddenly remembers why he isn't very very well, okay? He's tortured, he's hated by everyone. Penguin learns to forgive his parents and move on with his life. He hopes he can find love with Harley Quinn, but it's complicated, my friends. Harley does say yes to him, but that's only in a desperate bid to irritate her boyfriend Batman, okay? The film is spellbinding and serves as a sequel to the Jim Carrey Kate Winslet spectacle Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, which is one of the goats of all time. A Big Bold Beautiful Journey is one of the movies of the year. You gotta see it, oh yeah. You know, it's been a great year for movies.
You are capable of being happy. You just have to choose it.
No matter who you are in your life, we just need someone to share it with.
Better save your tears for another day.
You know how to fix totaled cars?
I do not.
How about burning cars?
No.
Save your tears for
It's a bit over the top.
another day. Give love a chance just one more time. Love you, Margot Robbie. Thank you for your movies.